Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It is in the description below. It is your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today we are discussing something extraordinary. You already know when you see the co-molded rose, yellow, and white gold, we're talking about a Tridor, one of the rarest breeds of day-date. But we also have a gem set mother of pearl dial, which further distinguishes this example from the norm. But wait, there's more. We have a Hebrew language calendar, meaning this is the only example of such a watch I have ever encountered. And being a double quickset, it is one of the scarcest generations of Tridor. There were only two, single quickset and first generation double quickset. This watch, a vintage piece, has a 1991 serial number and full box and papers documenting its original purchase in Hamburg back in 1993. So not only is it a very special watch, but it is a collector's style full set. A vintage watch with a full set is a rare thing even in the Rolex world. So let's talk about the basics, things that are true of every double quickset Tridor. First, fundamentally, it's a white gold Rolex, and that is the starting point. So 18239 BIC is the reference, and it's 36 millimeters in diameter. It's 12 millimeters thick from lug tip to lug tip, 43 millimeters, and then from end link to end link, the total distance across the wrist measured at 47.8 with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We'll throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, and you can see it fits beautifully. This traditional size of the Day-Date has been the size since the first one bowed back in 1956, and it's very much a man's watch, but in this day and age, 36 can also be worn by a lady. If you have a taste for traditional sizes, if you have a smaller wrist, this is going to be a perfect match. And if you have a huge wrist, guys, it's a triple gold diamond set, mother of pearl, exotic calendar Day-Date. This thing has the gravitas to hold its own against even a tree trunk forearm. Now the watch sits nicely and it sits flat, so with a sloped flank it'll slide underneath the dress cuff, and I do consider this to be a dress watch. Rolex has not had a whole lot of luck with dress watches per se, but the dressier versions, the Day-Dates and Datejusts, are some of the most popular dress watches in the world, and you could see why. You get that iconic oyster case design, and with the Tridor President bracelet, you get something absolutely special. These watches were ruinously expensive, starting first with the price of a white gold Day-Date, adding the gem setting, the mother of pearl, and then co-molding 3 golds on the center links. Those are not physically assembled from parts that are snapped together. That is true co-molding of the component integral with 3 golds perfectly aligned within the link and from link to link, a testament to the industrial might of Rolex. Now the watch is also made of white gold, so we have white gold primary links outboard, white gold case, and white gold case back. So you can see that there's a lot of intact material here, neither case nor bracelet showing real signs of wear. You can also appreciate that removable links are fixed in place by screws, and we still have the crown clasp, whereby the 5-point coronet is your only clue as to the partition point. It's a snapshot that retains outstanding snappiness and tolerance. I'll also mention this. While the watch is often described as the Rolex President or Presidential, those are nicknames for the Day-Date. From the very first in 1956, it included this bracelet, which is properly called the Rolex President bracelet. It's not a total integrated bracelet watch, but you can see that there's a conforming end link to better mate the parts together. Now take a good look at the sharp break between the satin of the lug hoods and the polish of the case flank. Now look at the lugs end on and look at them on both sides. You could see they're symmetrical, they're full, there's no denting or deformation. This watch shows evidence of spare and rare refinishing. You can also see that the bezel retains its cut gem-like faceting and twinkle in the light. And then we have a sapphire crystal, and it is a sapphire crystal with a dramatic box profile, Cyclops eye magnifier over the date, and then we have this Hebrew language calendar. Now, a few notes about this. First of all, with the Hebrew language, the actual days of the week are more extensive than what you see here. These are the abbreviations commonly used for the days of the week. The other thing, too, is while we're looking at over the hump day on a conventional calendar, that is Wednesday, this actually reads literally fourth day, and the first day is Sunday. So that's how the Hebrew calendar works, numerically naming the days, with Sunday always being number 1, Wednesday is number 4, and then this is the diminutive of the long form name of the day. That's why if you go online and you try to look up the days of the week to read your new Hebrew language calendar, you may find that they don't look exactly like this because this is an abbreviation. Now, the dial is an exquisite piece of black Tahitian mother of pearl, and the thing about mother of pearl, when it's black, it's rife with color. This mother of pearl almost never looks black. It is a kaleidoscope of colors, a prism, a rainbow with great chatoyancy. We can also see here that this dial was never loomed, so there's no concern about whether this is a replacement dial. This is the original dial. There was never need to replace the tritium because it included none. We have solid gold indices, solid gold hands, frames for the day and the date, and solid gold Rolex coronets. These pieces will never oxidize or tarnish over time. We have both brilliant cut and baguette cut gems, and because this is a double quick set, I'll demonstrate what I mean by that. It means you have the ability to put the crown in the intermediate position and then turn the day and the date for quick setting individually. Now, when you pull the crown out, that activates hacking or stop seconds. Inside, Rolex manufactured caliber 3155, bidirectional automatic winding, 48-hour power reserve, hacking double quick set, 31 jewels, 5-position adjusted, COSC Swiss chronometer, timed to chronometer specifications. The movement features a full balance bridge, a free-sprung balance for toughness, and an overcoil hairspring shaped by hand for outstanding timekeeping in any physical position. This watch, when new, would have been water resistant to 100 meters, and though it is a vintage watch, being now over 30 years old, nevertheless, these modern era double quickset day-dates can still be water tested to their original rating, which means you don't necessarily have to baby it the way you would with a conventional vintage watch. And make no mistake, this is a vintage watch utterly unlike anything currently in the Rolex catalog, beautifully preserved with a hugely distinctive combination of features you won't find anywhere else, and again, a full boxed set. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.